It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that already. And the pregame warm-ups wrapping up out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Lakers going up against the Brooklyn Nets. Looking at the Nets, they've got an opportunity tonight to sweep the season series 2-0. The coaching staff commented that they feel confident coming into this one. And the Brooklyn Nets, no control of their first-round pick until 2019. Makes it tough to execute a quick turnaround, Shaq, but they're trying.
Yeah, the front office has been getting creative. They're taking on big contracts to acquire valuable assets.
Well, they've done a great job recently of drafting late because it's tough. You know, late first-round picks, late second-round picks, those are guys you really have to do some homework on. But win or lose, these guys have played hard every single night.
What's a quick turnaround? There, see, it makes it tough to execute. Quick turnaround. Quick turnaround.
Ernie, that's not quick.
We got new chairs.
That's not quick.
Here in the studio.
It's actually kind of slow turnaround.
Kevin Harlan's got the call.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And now your Los Angeles Lakers starting lineup. At shooting guard, standing 6'3", number 3. Dwayne Wade. At center, standing 6'11". Number 21, Dwight Howard. At the other guard position, standing 6'1", number 17, Dennis Schroeder. At the power forward, standing 6'10", number 45, Anthony Davis. At the other forward position, standing 6'8", number 23, LeBron James. The head coach of your home team is Luke Walton. Ladies and gentlemen, your Los Angeles Lakers.
Everyone is in their seats here at the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles as the Los Angeles Lakers look to grab a win on the home floor. With Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and Hall of Fame sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And tonight we're joined by a legend of the NBA. 5-time NBA champion, Kobe Bryant has stopped by. Kobe, great to have you with us.
No, thank you. Thank you for letting me stop in and join you for a bit.
Any chance you might pursue broadcasting in the years to come?
Nope.
Nor coaching?
Nope. Don't have the patience for either.
All right, we're glad you're with us tonight. For the Brooklyn Nets, they come into tonight's game after losing to the Kings in Sacramento. And that does your confidence, guys, no favor. They got manhandled in that one. It wasn't pretty.
Yeah, their last outing was a rough one. Have to be careful of falling in love with that three.
Right, exactly, Greg. When the shots from the perimeter are not falling, I think you've got to go take it inside. It's as simple as that. They never altered their game plan, and it resulted in a loss.
So the Nets starting five. LeVert and Carroll are the wingmen. Allen is out there with Kenneth Faried. And it's Russell in at the point. Now, here is Russell. Pass to LeVert. 6 to shoot. And it's Carroll in the corner. Over James. And the rejection by LeBron. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Pass to Schroeder. And here is Howard. The pass to Davis. James outside. Down low. High post, Davis. Just 5 to shoot. It's stolen by Carroll. And it's Russell in the corner. Here's LeVert. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Kobe, a lot of teams now playing a more spread-out offensive style. You played with a spread four and Robert Horry, Lamar Odom. You also played with more of a twin tower feel on your roster. Which way would you lean when you think about those different styles?
That doesn't matter to me.
You like them all?
Yeah, it just depends on the personnel that you have.
Right.
And with the personnel that you have, you make the most out of it.
That puzzle you keep talking about.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's just, every puzzle's built differently.
Right.
Right? And you just try to do what you can with what you have. So it doesn't matter.
And you like that figuring out process.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Even though you're the same, you've got to kind of adapt now what's on your roster.
Yeah, you have to be able to adapt to the players that you have around you, you know, and understanding what they need. It's not what you need. It's what do they need. And as long as the leader of the team can make that shift, they'll be fine with whatever they have on their roster.
Great description. And it's sent back by Russell. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. And he overshot that one, missing.
That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
Wade surveying the D. LeBron outside. Tries from 16, and the basket is good.
I'll tell you, LeBron James can put a defender on skates, keep him off balance. There is no limit to where this guy can score from.
Now here's Fareed. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Carroll against Davis. To the paint, 13 feet away. He gets it in there. Fareed's got his first basket of the night. And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They traveled to Brooklyn last time they faced the Nets, and they came away with a win.
A really close game between these two in that last matchup. It took a total team effort for them to get the win.
Yeah, I don't think they win without the productivity they got from their bench. That made the difference.
And that one, good.
When Russell gets his teammates involved, it makes this entire team better, and it'll make him more effective at the point position.
Wade outside. Fires from 14. Kept alive. Here's Howard. And that one, good.
Yeah, and when Howard is allowed to get near the bucket, he capitalizes easily on the offensive glass. He sees the game so well.
Now here's Allen, and there's the call on Howard. That is his first foul of the game. And Kobe, I remember you saying that curiosity is such a valuable trait in a player. I bet the triangle was a very intriguing offense for you to learn and grasp.
Oh yeah, it created such a system. It's like, jazz. When people watch jazz musicians orchestrating, it seems as if they're freelancing, but they're freelancing with a built-in structure. You have to have structure in order to be able to freelance and create these amazing things. And the triangle gave unbelievable structure. And some of the people that I've talked to that have competed against the triangle and lost against the triangle, whether it was to us or to the Bulls, all lament about the triangle's the biggest crock of garbage. It was just you and Michael. And I said, you know what? Let's have a conversation about that. Do you remember this play? Yeah. Okay, that play happened at the moment it happened with 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter because we knew in the first minute of the game when we ran it, you did this defensively. So we said, okay, they did that. Check. We'll wait. Okay, now let's look at this action. Okay, this action, how they're playing this action. They're playing it that way. All right, check. Hold it. We'll wait.
Interesting.
Right? And so in the fourth quarter, we're able to take advantage. Why? Because we have a structure. And from that structure, we know what you are doing, and we know how to counter what you're doing. All right? There's a reason Michael can look at Steve Kerr in a timeout and said, be ready. How would he know that?
Yeah, right.
How would he know that unless he knew every time he drove middle, Stockton was coming over to help on his dribble penetration? He could have made that pass to Steve Kerr in the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter. Why did he wait?
Boy, that's good stuff. Passes it to LeBron. Shoots over Carroll. Up again. And Howard with the second chance points.
Hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in. Down low, Allen. And slam dunk by Allen.
Really encouraging to see D'Angelo Russell make these passes. If you're going to be effective as a point guard, you've got to run the pick and roll game.
And it's slammed in by Howard.
Yeah, and Superman taking flight for the lob finish.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. Here's LeVert. Wade is covering. Schroeder against Russell. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Well, the more experience you get in understanding how to run pick and roll, the better you become. D'Angelo Russell improving his decision-making.
Well, Kobe, you're known as one of the greatest Lakers of all time. I know you feel there are a lot of guys in that first line of the sentence, right?
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. Guys that I've watched growing up. I mean, listen, I go all the way back to the days of Pollard and Mikan, and I've watched them all. Let alone the Baylors, the Chamberlains, the Jabbars, the Worthies. I mean, it's just...
What names?
I mean, what franchise has those?
No one.
Right? I mean, if you look up in the rafters and you see all the jerseys that are hanging up there, they're not some of the all-time Laker greats. They're some of the all-time greats, period. Right? And so to be a part of that franchise is just mind-blowing.
Here's LeBron following the three-pointer by Brooklyn. Carroll with the rebound.
And it's not easy to get those stops at the rim, but he does a great job with it.
Yeah, he can make it look simple on the interior when it's really not. He knew exactly how to guard on the inside.
And James picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Lakers making a change here. Robertson, he's checked in. And then for Brooklyn, Hollis Jefferson comes in for Kenneth Faried. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for LeVert. Carroll against James. Pass to Dinwiddie. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Offensive rebound. Great positioning on the putback.
But how about the persistence from Hollis Jefferson? He's keeping possessions alive with his activity.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Robertson kicks to James. Shoots over Carroll. James with the bucket.
Yeah, the easy lift on the jumper by LeBron. That's really hard to defend, guys.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Luke Walton gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. They have won their one matchup against this team so far, but he said the first order of business was for them to score against a very tough shot-blocking team inside. He said in a game like this, you can't turn down perimeter looks. They could be the key to victory. We'll see if he's right, Kevin.
Okay, D.A., thanks. Breaking down the defense on the other side is going to take some hard work today.
But, guys, I'm sure they'll be up for it. I always got even more fired up for a game when I knew that the other team was going to be bringing it on the D.
Well, it definitely has a tendency to sharpen one's focus. There's no room for error. Anything less than their best in this game simply won't cut it.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Schroeder. And the Lakers with some changes. Harrell, he's checked in for Davis. And Kyle Kuzma is subbed in for LeBron. And then for Brooklyn, Krabs checked in for DeMarre Carroll. And it's Napier in for D'Angelo Russell. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And Kobe, you've made no apologies throughout your career about being a scorer, but how do you strike that balance between getting buckets and keeping your teammates involved?
Well, it's a thin line, especially for scorers. Because when you're locked into that mentality, it's very easy. It's almost like a racehorse. When you're racing with blinders on, you don't see anything else. You have one focus, right? And so it becomes a matter of trying to understand when to attack throughout the course of the game. So the first 3 quarters, maybe I'll lay back. Or maybe even it's just the first quarter, and then close out the first half strong. So you go into halftime with some momentum. But then at the end of the game, that's when you put the blinders back on and you really race for that finish line. And so everything in between just becomes a matter of setting up the pieces so that then you can close the game out the right way. So that's how I thought about it.
And I can sense by the way you describe this that you had to know your teammates' game as well as your own game.
Well, yeah, you got to know how they're feeling going into the game.
Yeah.
Right? Does Pau Gasol have it tonight? How's LO feeling tonight? Right? You got to be able to measure those things. And if you feel like the team's going to get off to somewhat of a sluggish start, that's when you kick it into high gear immedially.
shots,
right? And so it's a bit of a guessing game, but it's more so being able to spend the time with your teammates and talk to them, and that'll help you gauge a little bit better.
The Nets shooting their first free throws of the night.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, to me, it's the size, the strength, and the IQ of Spencer Dinwiddie that's so impressive. This guy is unique at the point guard position.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. JaVale McGee comes in for Dwight Howard. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. So he gets them both.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Outside Rondo, pass to Kuzma. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Cram. The feed to Allen. Now here's Napier. He's guarded closely. Fires high post, and he hits the jump shot. And the Nets lead by 5.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
Kobe, in other sports, I mean, people always admired the mind of Peyton Manning playing in the NFL. Tom Brady, the way he thinks the game through. I compare you to that. Did you have that same kind of fascination in other sports with the great players that were similar to you in basketball?
Yeah, we used to get together. I remember the first time I met Peyton was at an Orlando Magic game, 99. He came in the locker room, and we were just getting started. I was just asking questions about his process and stuff, and he started going to, like, mock cover 2 and and I was like, and he went on for like a good 5 minutes. When he was done, I said, Peyton, I don't understand anything you just said, right? But he spoke at a level of detail that was beyond fascinating.
You were impressed by that?
Yes, which then leads to more questions. Like Tom and I talk often about that stuff too, and how much we love the game, how much we love the process and the attention to every little detail. It's fun to be around, no matter the industry.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Now here's Cram. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Dinwiddie. He's defended by Harrell. Allen kicks to Napier. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And the Nets miss again. The Lakers trail. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And it's Rondo with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. The pass to Kuzma. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
First trip to the line for him here.
76% on the season from the foul line.
2 shots. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And so he makes both from the line. 30 seconds left here in the first quarter. To the left side wing. Looking to end the run. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up. The Nets shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. And that one falls for Allen. Here's Los Angeles now. Rondo looking over the floor. Passes it to Kuzma. With 1 on the clock. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
And you can't end the period any better than that.
Boy, you call that a perfect closeout. You love the aggressiveness on the offensive end leading to that final shot.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Los Angeles on top, ending the first quarter with a tremendous 17-7 run. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. LeBron James is the all-time leader in playoff field goals made, and he had this to say about his ability to nail clutch shots.
I always feel like I got it. I always feel like I got it in the clutch, no matter what's going on throughout the course of a game. Even when you're struggling at times or you're not shooting the ball particularly well, I just feel like it's going in.
And you know, Greg, that's the type of confidence you got to have.
The words of a leader. James has proven time and time again that he's dangerous in late game situations.
And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And what stands out to you from the Lakers in this one?
I love the fact that they're getting so many of their points at the rim. Just a solid first period.
Well, Greg, playing bully basketball on the block. Every opportunity they've wanted at the rack, they've got it.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So the Lakers 5 right now. Montrezl Harrell is out there with JaVale McGee. Then there's Robertson. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. And it's Rondo in at the point. Kobe, a lot of guys would keep written notebooks on team styles, individual players. Some do it mentally. What did you do?
I used to do that too at the start, and then I started kind of looking at the lineage of coaches and started figuring out that most of them come from the same coaching pedigree. Therefore, the defensive packages are pretty much the same.
So you studied coaches.
Well, yeah, because the defensive schematics are all the same. Like, if you look around now, how many Popovich disciples do you have?
A lot.
Right, so you're essentially playing against the same defensive strategy that you would see against a Popovich team. The same offensive philosophy that you would see from a Popovich team. Right? So it's all consistent. It's all there.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. He's coming off a 10-point game against Sacramento. Clock at 4. But they recover it. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Harrell. Kuzma inside. He's guarded by Cram. And Kuzma with the basket on the assist by Rondo.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Now here's Napier. He's covered by Rondo. Allen, that's good.
A physical basketball there, and in the best sense. A hard screen allows him to shake the defender and get to the bucket for the layup.
Rondo kicks to Kuzma. McGee trying to break free. Kuzma, that's good. Kuzma's got the lead back up to 4 now for Los Angeles.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And stolen by Harrell. Out to the wing. Left side Rondo. Pass to Kuzma. Over Crabbe. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Kuzma's got 6 in the quarter.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Well, you want to slow this man's roll right now if you're the defense, because you've got to make somebody else beat you. He's cooking right now.
And Kuzma Kuzma slams it in.
Yeah, and Rondo just working the ball around there. He loves finding his teammates when they're open in the sweet spots.
Nets trail by 8. Napier feeling it out a bit. Lets a floater go, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
2.
The Nets have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
At the line for 2.
And the first one at the line is good. James checked in for Los Angeles. Dwayne Wade comes in for Robertson. And a new group in for the Nets. Kenneth Faried, he's checked in for Allen. Damari Carroll comes in for Hollis Jefferson. LeVert's checked in for Alan Crabb. And it's Russell in for Spencer Dinwiddie. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And Kobe, who is an early voice in your ear as you were just beginning your NBA career, who offered the kind of guidance and advice that you go back and look on and say, you know, that was huge for me to hear those words?
Oh, Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan. He was extremely gracious.
Was he really?
My second year in the league, he said, listen, anything you need, just reach out. And to this day, I reach out, hits me right back. We'll have great conversations. We'll talk about family and things of that nature. But when I was playing, things were very tactical. You had to ask him specific questions about specific moves or a specific rotation, and he'd give me great insight.
I would love to have heard some of those conversations. You and Michael Jordan in the crux of your career.
Yeah.
I bet those were interesting.
No, it was amazing. It was amazing. Yeah.
Here's Wade. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron.
Timeout.
And it's a 10-point Laker lead.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
But, Greg, no resistance, right? They're allowing them to get any kind of shot they want close. That simply can't happen.
Yeah, it really fit. It's a shooting. Started hoping for the Nike check. I play tennis for the Rolex. I be in Miami, never seen a beach. In the fountain blue, you saw me. She was got the. I just came to get these fits up. Anywhere I was didn't get no pics up. You was there, you saw me get my. Oh, you heard about it. Bloody gossip. I had to get it right. I ain't had no running game. I ain't had no watching. Now I really do.
And Anthony Davis is checked in for the Lakers.
All right, a chance to check out the numbers for Carroll, breaking down his play since the All-Star break. He's around 10 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And this is the kind of strong, steady play you like to see. He's earning his keep and helping them win games.
I think they need more consistency from him, and they're getting it. Look for this to continue. I love it.
Now, here is Russell. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Sacramento.
And don't forget the sensational plays he made out there. He saw the court so well, firing perfect passes to teammates for wide-open shots.
Here's James after D'Angelo Russell's bucket. Good work there as it goes. Davis has got the lead up to 10 now for the Lakers. And Kobe, one aspect that always stood out about your career and dedication was your work ethic. What motivated you to continue to work hard, even into your last year in the NBA, when your body sometimes would say, no more work, right? No more work.
Yeah, I love the process. I love the process more than the actual game, because it's a puzzle. You have to figure out how things are going to work. Okay, my ankles won't loosen up.
Mm-hmm.
How do I get them to loosen up? Right? Contrast therapy, stretch, modalities, strength training. Right? So it's a constant
That would
puzzle.
take hours and hours and hours.
And hours.
Yeah.
Very tedious things, but it's like a quest. You're trying to figure out what's going to work. Right? It's the little challenges along the way that always kept me interested.
Mm-hmm. Here's Napier. after the made shot from Dwayne Wade. Pass to LeVert. Kicks it to Fareed. Just 5 to shoot. The Nets need to get a shot off here. And it's Napier missing.
And a really smart defender there. He just reads the play, wastes no time trying to blow it up.
Almost like he was anticipating the play call, right? You love the hustle.
And so Napier will bring it up for Brooklyn. It's a 14-point game. To the middle, here's Fareed. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. Fareed's got his second basket of the game.
Check out that assist. You can tell a player who's seeing the whole floor very well.
Fires at the elbow. And there's another one for the Lakers.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Oh, Fareed in position. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Rondo. No good there. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. They get to take on the Blazers at Portland after this one. They're closing in on the end of this long, long road trip, as that will be game 6 of 7 straight away. Here's LeVert, and there's the call on James. That'll be his second foul of the game. And some changes here for the Lakers. Howard comes in for Kyle Kuzma, and Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Raj. Playoffs near. Let's take a look at the Eastern Conference standings. You look at the Raptors. They've got their eye on the #1 seed as the season moves into the final stretch. Currently first place in the standings, and guys showing no signs of letting up. And checking out Brooklyn, and they're down 4 spots from them.
And right now for Brooklyn, they've had a tremendous year. There were a lot of people waiting for them to take that tumble late in the season. Well, those people might be waiting for a little while longer.
Or maybe a lot longer. They look to me like they're ready to make some serious noise in the playoffs.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Nets trail by 14. Napier kicks to Carroll. Inside, Fareed. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Well, smart passing to set up the bucket. Sometimes I don't think DeMarre Carroll gets enough credit for his instincts as a passer.
And the pass to James. From 13, that's good. Basket number 5 on a 5 for 8 night shooting.
Now, I think they'll keep going to him more and more as they look to hang on to their lead. Why not with the way this guy is shooting it?
Now here's Napier. He's guarded by Schroeder, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The Nets shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
2 shots.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
He's off on the first. And that trip coming up empty, missing both.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
And it's blocked. They retain possession. Nets trail by 16. Russell finds Carroll. Down low, here's Fareed. And it's sent back by Howard.
Yeah, and shooters have to be cautious with Howard around. He has such a long reach that he easily blocks those kinds of shots.
Now, here's Napier. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Napier's got 6.
Crafty move. He recognizes the size disadvantage, and the mid-range is close enough.
I'll tell you, that's really clever because it's not easy to get that mid-range off over a guy who's got a size advantage. He made it look easy.
And he's caught fire this quarter, yet to miss a shot.
Fareed outside. He kicks it to Carroll. Passes it to LeVert. It's good from about 19 feet. 10 points for him.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Now here's Schroeder. He had 15 points last outing. And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession. Robertson, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And the Nets also making a change. Hollis Jefferson's checked in. Here's LeBron. 23 points for him the last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around, just his effort level was off the charts.
And the Nets with possession here. Dwight Howard missing his last shot. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. There's Russell with the 3. The shot off that time. And the Lakers going the other way now. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Yeah, I just thought their energy was lacking defensively. Just gave up way too many easy shots.
And when the defense isn't there, Greg, you really open up the floodgates for the other team. They didn't have any heart. That's how it's done, gentlemen. You don't pass to a player, you pass to a spot. Let your teammate run into it.
Pass to LeVert. And there's a minute 45 left in the first half. Fareed, no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
It's stolen by Carroll. 3-on-3. In the corner, Hollis Jefferson. And again, it's the Nets missing. Well, Kobe, I have to say it's been a real pleasure having you stop by our booth and spending some time with us for this game. Thanks again for coming by. I hope we can do it again.
We will, man. It's been a blast.
There he is, folks, the great Kobe Bryant. And with Kobe stopping by the booth, Doris, I'm always amazed at the type of things Kobe will notice about both NBA and the players competing that the casual fans rarely think about.
Well, you think back to Kobe's career and how much his preparation and studying of the league and his opponents contributed to his success. And obviously, with what we just heard, this guy still holds so much knowledge of the game.
And Kenneth Fareed, an outstanding performance with Team USA in 2014. But, Greg, his minutes have gone down in recent seasons.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great rebounder. He's got all the athleticism you need, but he's not a shooter or a big-time defender. In today's game, you need your big man to do at least one of those two.
Two shots.
That free throw good from Fareed.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. And it's Montrezl Harrell in for Anthony Davis. Then for the Nets, Alan Crabb, he's checked in for LeVert. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Russell. Lakers leading by 16. Schroeder outside. to the inside. Harrell, terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And they're just dominating on both ends, and it's reflected now in the score.
Oh, absolutely, Greg. They're absolutely rolling in sync totally on both the offensive and defensive ends.
Now here's Crabb. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And Carroll gets it to go.
Now, DeMare Carroll gives the defense no time to react on that. Not looking to pass or put it on the deck, just score it.
And McGee kicks it over to Schroeder. McGee, the pass to James. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. James has got 12 now in this quarter.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Fareed, left side. Shoots over McGee. And no good. Trying to use the glass. From deep. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Dwayne. What happened offensively that got you guys going?
We just gave each other some space. The court was open a little bit. I think Coach did a great job of making some adjustments, and we was all being able to attack.
All right, Dwayne, good luck in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports, the halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Boy, we have a lot to discuss. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He ended up with 19 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists. Some great work from him in the first 2 quarters. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Come on, Ernie. What can you say about LeBron that hasn't already been said? The first half is just a microcosm of his old career. Everything he does on the basketball court. He shoots, he passes, he defends. It's getting boring. I'm tired of talking about him.
And over to Shaq. What do you think about Brooklyn?
Well, they got to do a better job on the glass. Ernie, they got outworked. They were weak physically. That's part of how they fell behind in this game. I think if they can control those things, they'll be okay, Ernie.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
And through the first 2 periods, it seemed he got to the paint whenever he wanted to, just a slasher's mentality.
You know, my favorite thing, Greg, I think he showed no fear in attacking the defense. He got on the interior with ease.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Checking out the group for Kenny Atkinson to start the second half. Russell and LeVert in the backcourt. Kenneth Fareed is out there with DeMare Carroll. And it's Allen in at the 5 spot.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. We've talked about what it takes to be a great head coach, Doris. Qualities that you think are paramount to the success, for instance, of an assistant coach.
Maybe the most important attribute to an assistant coach would be coaching with your heart and soul like it's your job on the line every night, not just the head coach's job, right? If you pour your heart and soul into something and make that head coach's job easier, then you've functioned appropriately. And the other thing it's allowed you to do is it's allowed you to accelerate your growth. You're constantly thinking, what would I do in this situation? That helps you in the long term.
Love that perspective. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
Well, you think about the Brooklyn Nets and Kenny Atkinson having a tough task of rebuilding this organization. It is still feeling the effects of the trade that stripped them of so many picks. But give Kenny credit for embracing the challenge and knowing there's a long road ahead. Amazing. Even a little bit off target, LeBron knows how to finish the alley-oop.
And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Now, here is Russell. It's stolen by Schroeder. And here we go. Wade heading to the hoop. Good, and the assist goes to James. LeBron's got his 5th assist in this one.
I'll tell you, how lethal a threat in these open floor situations does Dwayne Wade continue to be. This is so nice to watch.
Here's LeVert. He's got 10. Here's Carroll. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Davis, and Davis sends it back.
He's got that huge wingspan, and boy, does he use it well on the defensive end. If Davis is within shouting distance of the shooter, there's a good chance he'll get a hand on it.
And with Atkinson and the Nets, he said it feels like the team is a startup.
Right. Atkinson has taken a more hands-on approach with the team. He works out with the group. He does weightlifting with them. He wants to build the idea that the team is striving towards something together.
And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Searching for that first bucket here in the 3rd.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the 3rd.
Carroll against James. Down low. And there's Davis. That's good on the assist by James. And that's now 9 points for Davis. For Brooklyn, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. A floater, and it's sent back by Howard.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Well, we're into the 3rd quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played.
Timeout.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Timeout called, the Nets. And now that final debt, Doris, has been paid, it must feel like a huge relief for Nets fans to be done with that trade they made with Boston.
Well, you hate to say it, but trading for KG, Pierce, and Terry back in 2013 turned out to be a disaster for the Nets. Probably set the organization back a good 5 years. They must be thrilled to be out from under the weight of that mistake.
With a break in the action, let's see which teams have come away with the most steals in the NBA this season. The Lakers, number 1.
And it's no accident to see them at that top spot, guys. I mean, great awareness and anticipation. They apply a ton of pressure defensively.
Fareed outside. And the foul called on Anthony Davis. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Carroll against LeBron. 6 to shoot. Carroll dishes to Fareed.
Well, this is a tough night so far. They'd be smart to rely more on a couple of their other options.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead. And it's been about that execution offensively. I mean, they have been superb.
There's no doubt. They're making all the right moves. Their chemistry tonight has been phenomenal.
Now, here is Russell. 6 points for him. And it's Carroll in the corner. Shot on the wing. Buries the jump shot. Carroll's got his second bucket of the night.
You can see how hard DeMar is to guard. This guy, even with a hand in his face, is able to make tough shots.
And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. As the playoffs near, let's take a look at the Western Conference standings. You look at Houston. Very strong season they've had, always at or near the top of the conference, and right now they're in first place in contention for that, exactly where they want to be as they close in on the postseason. And, of course, Los Angeles, right on their heels and with their sights set on gaining ground.
And I think for the Lakers, they must have reached every goal they set for themselves this season. For them to be this high in the standings this late in the season, what an accomplishment.
I don't know of anyone who thought the road to the championship would travel through their building this season, but that just may be the case.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for James. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. Napier, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Solid as a rock from 20 feet away. Napier's got 8 points.
How about the inbound pass there? Easy bucket.
Lakers leading by 23. Rondo kicks to Kuzma. Wade left side. Over Napier. Here's Howard. Goes up again, and the layup is good. 10 points for him.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Now the pass to LeVert. Passes it to Fareed. It's stolen by Davis. Goes up, and Davis throws it down.
Well, the basketball mind that Dwayne Wade possesses is so special. What understanding and feel for where his guys will be.
Now here's Napier. 8 points for him. Outside, Russell. Just 4 to shoot. The shot's good from Fareed.
Well, if you're going to play the point guard position, critical that D'Angelo Russell continue to develop that aspect of his game. Nice pass.
Russell against Rondo. Back to Davis. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. Rondo's got 6 assists here tonight.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Timeout called, the Nets. Doris, when you talk about coaching, aside from wins and losses, how can you gauge if a coach is doing a good job?
Well, you make a great point, Kevin, because if an organization is in a rebuild situation, then winning is almost impossible because you're outgunned and outmanned every single night. So to evaluate those coaches, here are the things I would look at. One, are you maximizing the talent at your disposal? Are your player development skills at such a degree that you're seeing incremental improvement from the guys on your roster? And then ultimately, Kevin, are guys playing hard? Are they competitive every night? Even if the wins don't necessarily show in the box score and at the end of the, the regular season, the reality is, are you playing hard? Are you competitive?
And a quick look at the numbers for Wade. Averaging about 18 points per, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. And for any other player putting up those numbers, we'd say they were great, but for him, they're just simply run-of-the-mill.
Agreed. A lot of guys in this league would be very happy with that stat line, but this guy is the real deal. He is built for more.
Now here's Napier. 8 points for him. Here's Dinwiddie. The putback, and that one is off. So the Lakers will take it the other way. They host the Kings after this game, and that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. And Davis puts it in.
Not a lot of resistance
on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Here's Allen. 9 points in the game so far. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Plays it up and banks it in. Hollis Jefferson's got his second bucket.
Well, I'll tell you, excellent job from Hollis Jefferson. This guy's so skilled at getting terrific position down low.
Kuzma kicks to Wade. Lobbed up there for Howard. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Napier finds Allen. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Napier's got 10 points in the game.
Boy, defender taken out of the play with a rock-solid screen. No way he's going to get through that.
Here's Kuzma. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
And moment now to see the numbers for Kyle Kuzma. How's the last month of basketball been for him? 4th in three-point field goal percentage. And with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands, and he converts at a remarkable rate.
And yeah, he's one of the dead-eye sharpshooters in the game for sure. A top 5 percentage guy from deep. Just a hard man to slow down. No good on the free throw. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Robertson comes in for Dwayne Wade. And he sinks the second. And it's Dinwiddie with the ball. Bringing it up now for the Nets. To the paint. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Dwight Howard pulls it in. Howard's got his 16th rebound on the night.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
And good that time. Rondo's got his first points in this one.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Here's Dinwiddie. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. That one is off. He hits the second from the line. The Lakers making a switch here. McGee's checked in. Kicks it to Dinwiddie. Takes the three. That's JaVale McGee with the rebound. They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
Here's Robertson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. 5 to shoot. Here's Rondo. From outside, off the mark. Brooklyn's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. There's Crabbe with the 3. That one falls, coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Crabbe's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Well, think about it, guys. Last year, Spencer Dinwiddie, a little bit of a breakout year, right? Stepped in for the injured D'Angelo Russell and helped the Nets stay competitive, proving to be a big-time scorer.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Just great timing on that play, too, guys. Makes it impossible for the defense to react.
And so it's Brooklyn with it, following the bucket by the Lakers. Hollis Jefferson passes to Napier. Here's Hollis Jefferson. The high post shot, and he knocks down the jumper. Napier's got 12 points in the game. And Doris Dinwiddie's so good at finding a play to make even when it seems he has nowhere to go.
Well, that quick first step opens up space to get into the passing lanes. This guy makes a lot of jump passes but seems to get away with it.
Now here's Rondo. Here's Harrell. And the shot goes in. He's got 8.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Pass to Crabbe. He feeds it to Allen. And there's the pass to Dinwiddie. Allen outside. Napier with it. He's got 12. Over Harrell. Again, the Nets for 2.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
Rondo kicks to Kuzma. And there's 1:45 left in the third quarter of the game. Missed it, and that drops him to just 89% from the floor. 8 for 9. Here's Dinwiddie, and again it's Brooklyn converting.
Well, continuing to show confidence in that jumper. Spencer Dinwiddie looking comfortable.
Rondo finds McGee. To the middle, here's Harrell. Up and in from the low block.
You know, he hasn't taken as many shots tonight, but they're still ahead, and that means his teammates are delivering.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Passes it to Hollis Jefferson. He dishes it to Napier. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And there's the call on Montrezl Harrell. And that'll be his third foul so far. Some changes for the Lakers. James comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And the Nets making a change here as well. Davis is checked in. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Feeds it to Dinwiddie. Pass to Crabbe. Clock at 6. Right side Davis. Pass to Dinwiddie. The 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Well, despite his struggles from the field in this period, you know he's going to keep asking for the basketball. Now, that's where they want to go with the ball. They can tolerate a few misses as long as he gets his touches inside.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. Off target at the rim. Inside. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Dinwiddie. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we'll be right back after this. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
Boy, GA, how about the secondary playmaking you are getting? Great to have that from the shooting guard spot.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Lakers shooting 70% from the floor. Truly incredible work from this offense tonight. Stevenson and LeBron are the wings. DeMarcus Cousins out there with JaVale McGee. And it's Schroeder in at the 1. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting about 42% so far. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine, Kev.
Now here's LeBron. Schroeder outside. The 3. And again, the Lakers no good. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for Brooklyn. Musa rebounded by the Lakers. McGee's got his 5th rebound in this one. And they double up LeBron. Taken away. Here's Musa. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Here's Stevenson. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder.
Well, there you go. I mean, if they're going to keep giving up open jumpers, they're going to keep getting burned.
The three from Dudley. The shot misses. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. James looking it over. And there's a foul called on Allen Crabb. That'll be his second foul of the game. Doris, this term +6 coming into the lexicon describes a player whose wingspan exceeds his height by at least 6 inches. I know you've heard that before.
Yeah, well, we can think of several players who fit this description of the +6. Electric young players like Donovan Mitchell, Kawhi Leonard, the claw. The claw extends to his wingspan as well. And then Draymond Green, who in the fourth quarter defensively can seem like a player who's everywhere at every moment.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
That's his third personal foul. At the line for the Nets, Karis LeVert. At the line for 2.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Karis LeVert, a player who executives knew had potential, Doris, but they were scared away on draft day.
Yeah, I think, Kevin, the 3 foot surgeries early in the career had a toll on that. But let's remember, the Nets took a chance, and he has more than shown with the ceiling he has what a good decision that was.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
To me, Karis LeVert has tons of upside. This is a 6'7" guard with an outstanding skill set.
Wade, right side. Shoots a fader. James with the bucket. James has got 23 points.
You know, maybe save that fadeaway move for when he really needs it.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Crabb kicks to Fareed. A lot of times late in the season, Doris, we see the expensive vets bought out of their contracts. Often they sign for a cheap price for a true contender, and that affects parity among postseason qualifiers.
No doubt about it, Kevin. It really brings into very sharp focus the value of a quality GM, because the rich can get richer, and it can tilt things toward the top teams. I don't mind it, Kevin. Part of the reason these players agree to a buyout in the first place is the opportunity to choose their next situation. It is within the rules, and therefore I have no problem with it.
I like it as well. And here is Crabb after Dwayne Wade hitting the 3. There's the pass to Fareed. And it's Russell in the corner. And it's Carroll in the corner. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got assist number 8 here in this one already.
And that's how you answer back.
Well, you can tell that was a little give good, get good. Executed well on the offensive end, connects on the deep threat.
Now here is McGee. No good from 11 feet. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Count that bucket.
Well, looking very confident handling the basketball right now. Nice move by Allen Crabb.
Schroeder outside. And there's the feed to Wade. Wade against Russell. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. D'Angelo Russell, the lefty playmaker out of Ohio State. Doris, a lot to like about his ability to create.
Well, he certainly, Kevin, has a nose for scoring and combines that with good vision. I think the one thing he's got to be careful of is shot selection and taking care of the basketball.
2 shots.
First free throw is good.
And for D'Angelo Russell, the former number 2 pick, it's all about developing himself as a player and a leader. Has focused more on the team and less on himself of late, and knows what is expected of him and has to earn every second of floor time.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Davis is checked in. And last season, Russell had to fight for minutes upon returning from injury.
Yeah, and battles like that help mature a player and really keep them focused. Those are areas where Russell had struggled in the past. I think he and his coach both know it's not easy, but it has already started in making Russell the best player he can be.
Here's LeVert. Wade is covering. LeVert the pass to Russell. Clock at 6. Shoots over Schroeder. That one off the back iron and out.
Well, you see the struggles he's having getting anything to go.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously cold right now, but he's trying to find that rhythm. You've got to keep working. Exactly the kind of ball movement they're looking for.
Here's LeVert after the made shot from Dennis Schroeder. Fareed dishes to Russell. It's hauled in by LeBron. James has got his 4th rebound in this one.
Challenging the shot has almost the same effect as blocking it.
No doubt, especially when the shooter knows that a defender is draped all over him. That kind of activity alters shots.
And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And Doris, last summer we saw the inaugural season of the NBA2K League. Over half the league's franchises fielding teams. It looks to be the start of something very special and very unique.
No doubt, Kevin. And the NBA has always been an organization at the forefront of embracing technology. And the reality is there is a huge market for this. The younger generation gets just as excited with how their virtual home team is doing in the standings. Big things on the horizon for the NBA2K League, and you better not square up against me, Kev. You got no shot.
Okay, I've recorded that comment. Here's Allen, following the basket by Dwight Howard. The shot's good from Fareed.
Physical basketball there, and in the best sense. A hard screen allows him to shake the defender and get to the bucket for the layup.
LeBron kicks it over to Schroeder. He feeds it to Howard. And Allen with the block. Now Carroll. Passes it to Russell. Back to Carroll. From downtown. Rebounded by Howard. Lakers leading by 20. The shot by Wade, wide open. Hands it from downtown. Wade's got 10 points here in the second half.
It's really been a tale of two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
LeVert the pass to Allen. To the middle. A nice shot by LeVert. LeVert's got 4 this quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's LeBron. Here's Davis. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist.
Still attacking, building on this lead coming down the stretch.
I'll tell you, he's relentless right now. He's going straight at the defense and knocking down a lot of shots in this quarter.
Here's LeVert. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Boy, I'll tell you, when Karis LeVert is in the zone, he's hard to shake. This guy can heat up quickly.
High post, Howard. And the league last season, Doris, looking to tighten up on the traveling calls. You think that's a move in a positive direction, and it's had a good effect?
Well, Kevin, I'm sure you agree with this. We want to see if there's a traveling violation, it should be called.
Yes.
We have given the offensive players enough advantages, and by that I mean we've made it less physical on the perimeter. You know, we've allowed for freedom of movement, and so I think anytime you learn from a kid, listen, if you pick up that pivot foot, it's a travel. In the past, I thought a lot were missed. What's your take on it, Kev?
I like what you said, and even more for the younger kids who are learning the game. They got to play the right way. It's got to be called.
That's right.
First one falls for. Last season, Doris, the NBA hosting 4 regular season games in Mexico, celebrating the 25th anniversary of the NBA playing in Mexico City.
Well, Kevin, you know this. Mexico City is the 5th largest city in the world. You are a geographic expert. This is a gateway to all of Latin America, and the NBA, as always, eager to expand their presence in new markets.
I agree. And the fact, Doris, they're so progressive has just, given them so much new things, revenue, growth avenues to follow. But it just opens up a whole new area where they can grow.
Never rest on your laurels, Kevin. Always work hard, just like the great Kevin Harlan does.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
To the inside, and the dunk by LeBron.
The ability to flip the switch, right? LeBron James, he decides it's time for me to score a little bit right now. Let me give my team a little bit of juice.
Now, here is Russell. And James picks up the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
Oh, picked up his 4th foul. Maybe have to scale back his aggressiveness with plenty of time left in this one.
Now, here's Carroll. Doors with a more punitive luxury tax, draft picks with their cost-controlled salaries, never more important than they are today.
No doubt, Kevin. I think teams are very hesitant to part with first-round picks because they have been critical. But I think you also have to consider the second-round picks as being valuable assets. Think about the Golden State Warriors. In each of the last 2 years, they have purchased for money a second-round pick from another organization. And both times, those players ended up being critical parts of the rotation. Every draft pick, first or second round, has value.
And some changes here for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. And it's Montrezl Harrell in for Davis. Then for the Nets, Davis is checked in for Allen. Dudley comes in for Kenneth Faried. And Krabs subbed in for Damari Carroll. Wade outside. It's Harrell, top of the key. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Rondo against Russell. 5 on the clock. Fires the 3. Rondo can't get it to go.
Boy, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Here's Crabbe. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Crabbe's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Alan Crabb doing work on the interior, sir. Okay.
On the wing, James. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
You can tell they've got their foot on the gas pedal right now. No slowing down. The defense starting to look helpless.
The Nets making a switch here. Napier's checked in. Free throw good, LeBron. We've seen, Doris, the NBA take a very active role in growing the game internationally. Talk about some of the specifics you've seen in that regard.
Well, I think you have a great leader at the top in Adam Silver who understands that the game is growing on an international stage. It's becoming increasingly popular. And so you see NBA teams going over and playing regular season games in different countries. That's one particular way. Then you have the NBA Cares initiative, which when those teams are over there, they can go out and build basketball academies. NBA in Africa is a once-a-year trip, and they bring 2 teams of NBA players. Think about some of the players off of that continent where they have turned into legit stars. So I think it's important that the game continue to develop, and I love that the NBA considers it part of their responsibility.
Free throw drops for Napier. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And here's Rondo. 1:27 left to play here in the fourth.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Lakers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And in the win-loss column, tonight's game will push their record up to 54 wins on the year.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief 2-gamer.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for LeBron.
Boy, their ball movement was terrific, and I thought he was the key to that. This guy conducted the offense, kept everyone involved, and spread the basketball.
Here's James. After the basket by Brooklyn, it's good.
And that's a killer instinct on display as they try to put this one on ice.
I think that's exactly the mentality you have to have. You don't want to give this team any hope of coming back.
Here is Dudley, following the basket by LeBron James. Dudley finds Napier. Looks good, is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
And guys, you got to ask, where was this effort when it mattered? The game's over now.
Right. Frustrating for sure, Greg. I don't think they'll be able to mount a comeback at this point.
Now here's LeBron. Can't hit from 12.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
Well, certainly a disappointing result, but they'll live with the shot. They'll take that every time.
Crabbe, that's for 2, and it's Brooklyn scoring again.
Boy, how assertive is Allen Crabbe shooting the basketball. Feels like he can make it from anywhere.
James outside, and so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Hey, LeBron, congrats on the win. What do you think made the difference tonight?
Defense. We made our mark defensively. We understand that for the long term, we have to defend at a high level. We've been doing that.
It does start at that end, LeBron. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.